Hey guys, it's me again. I know this is earlier than any other video I said would be coming out, and I just want to show you some things that I've done over this 3 weeks. Older. If you're here to see my manga art, don't flag this because if you do, it's just really being bitchy about this. That's one thing I've done. That's not really needed to see. That's just a random sketch. It's just so. That's, again, nothing. This is something my friend did in my sketchbook. What the fuck? Okay, that's interesting. That's one thing I did today. I suck at drawing hands, so as you can tell, today I've been drawing hands. So yeah, that's a couple things I've drawn for these past couple of days, for this past week. And I think today this month I'm more nervous than I ever been in my whole life. Mainly because I'm not single anymore, which is a good thing, but I can't say it came with a price. I have to say it came with a extra special gift. I found out that my girlfriend is pregnant. So she asked me if that would be a problem. I said no. I perfectly accept the fact that you're pregnant, and I will do whatever I can to support you and help you through this. And personally, I say that that's better than just doing what half the other guys do and say nope, you're pregnant. Fuck no. Personally, I say that people that do that aren't men. Personally, I mean, yes, you can call yourself a man after that, but you really aren't because you just said fuck you to your girlfriend who, in your half fault, is pregnant. Though this is not my child, I am still going to go out with her. And I will fully support her and try and do whatever I can to help her through this. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm saying okay. Right now I'm just confusing myself. I want her to have this child. I want her to have this child and be happy, unlike my cousin who has had her child and is happy but has gone through hell back and hell because she's pregnant again. Whoop-de-doo. So yeah, hopefully I can make this experience a good one for my girlfriend, and I hope that I don't make this worse for her. I want to help her in whatever way I can. I hope that I can do whatever I can for her. I mean, again, I can't say again. What has been carved into my soul and my natural instincts is do what must be done is the second on the list. You'd expect that to be the first. No. The first one on the list is protect the woman and make life easy for her. Those are the things that have been carved into my brain. And I can't say make life easy for her because how she chooses to live her life is up to her. I mean, I'll try and help her by giving her options and so on and so forth, like I've done with so many of my other friends. And yeah, I mean, I'm happy because, you know, you hear that your girlfriend's pregnant or something like that, and it's just like, woohoo, woohoo, I might be a father, woo. And for most of the girls that I've had told me that she's pregnant, that I've had tell me that they're pregnant, one lied to me 4 times. The other one ended up coming out true. Then another one, I had no idea. And this would be the fifth, I believe, person who's told me that she's pregnant. And I really hope that, again, I can help her with whatever she needs. And I just hope that I can actually provide a good life for this child. I mean, I'm happy because it's just like, I'll be able to do everything that my dad's done for me. Well, not everything, because, again, financially, I'm fucked. Because as much as I would love to spend every cent that I have for this child, I can't, because I'm still in high school, my junior year. And I bet you I now have a bunch of parents going, "You're too young for a child." You have to consider half of these other teenagers. And you have to consider people in the past. People getting married in the past, I'm not saying this now, in the past were getting married like at 15, 16, so on and so forth, and having children at those ages. It's been done before, but, and you cannot say that, again, I can agree with the fact that they say that we're not ready financially, or sentimentally that we're not able. I can partially agree with that, but you gotta understand, it's whether you're raised in the right area, can't say that, in the right way, because I was raised as if I made a certain decision, I never had a parent that said, "This is what's going to happen." I've always just had a parent that said, "Don't do that. This might be a repercussion." And sometimes I would listen, sometimes I wouldn't. And here's the thing: my dad, he's personally said, "I can make snap decisions if I want, but whatever comes out of those repercussions is my fault." I personally accepted that, plus the fact that, personally, I say he's raised me to be, no offense, but afraid of the world. I personally want to explore. For my whole high school year, I've never gone out and said, "Where's the party?" I've always been the one to stay at home, just do my homework, read a book, so on and so forth. I want to go to 4 parties before my high school year ends. And hopefully I'll be able to do that with this new freedom that I've gained. So yeah. Anyways, that's really everything new that's happened. And again, this is just a personal. If your girlfriend comes to you and says she's pregnant, don't just go, "Fuck it, I'm out." Don't do that. You're just proving that you're a bitch by doing that. I'd say, well, this is just me again. I'd say, "Congratulations, is there anything I can do to help?" Even if it's a friend, it's just like, "Congratulations, can I do anything to help you through this?" And if it's a girl that's crying and saying, "I don't want this child," there are options for that. Okay, I'm sad that the baby won't be born and that a life is dying, but I can understand where she's making these decisions. And personally, I say, if the girl does not want to have a baby at this time, let her make her own decisions. Let her make her own decisions and let her consider the options first. If you give her the options, if you give her both those options and she still says do it, I don't know, I said that twice. Let her do it, and then let her live her own life. For parents that are constantly just saying, "Abortion it," have you ever considered how much that costs? Sure, it's easy just to give your daughter $1,000 saying, "Go get the baby killed." And have you ever considered that your daughter wants to keep the child? I mean, if the daughter and you agree, sure, go ahead. Go ahead and get abortion. But if you both want to keep, I'd say I personally want to see how that child would turn out. See how this child comes out under, because I've seen plenty of children raised, well, I've seen plenty of my generation kids that have been raised from pregnant 16-year-olds, and they've turned out pretty fucking great. I mean, some of my best friends had their parents were 15, 16 when they were pregnant. I know a couple people that are like that, and personally, I say that they're pretty fucking cool people. I mean, I like them, and it's not just the fact that they were born in the state that where the teenagers just like, fuck yeah, let's do everything. If Okay, my cousin Brianna, she has not learned to what she can do and what she can't, but she's considerably matured compared to to where she was. Where she was and where she is now is, I'd say, a good amount of progress. I mean, I can see other teenagers doing much greater leaps in maturity. And again, if it's not how well you mature, it's not how you're raised, it's how you look at the world. How you look at the world depends on how mature you turn out. I look at the world and say, what it is what it is. What can I do to change it if I want to change it? And what can't I do? Or what will I have to do, give up, or put into this to make this happen? Again, you just gotta look at the world and say, I can do this, and look at the costs, but don't look at them and say, I can do this, but it's gonna cost me this, which I don't really want to give up. Which do you want more? Again, if this is going to get you a higher paying job, but you have to drive a little longer to work, or you're going to have to move, and again, you may love the people around you, and some people would stay there and they would eventually get higher in that area. I can understand that. It just depends on where you want to be. It depends on how you look at life and where you want to be. Again, just look at your life as it is right now. Look at where it could be in multiple areas. Say, if I stayed in town, I could do all this. If, say I'm going to college soon, and I plan to live in a dorm. But before I did this, I looked at my life in a couple different ways. At first, I was planning on living at home, and then my teacher, look at him, his name I can say, Mr. Taffel said, if you're going to stay at home, you're not really an adult. You're still in your teenage years. And then I looked at what he said, and it was wise. Because if you stay at home, you're basically still living off your parents, and you just say, oh, I can live off of my parents' money and everything. I still can get allowance and everything. And if I did that, if I did go to college and live at home, I could probably still get money from my dad and say, oh, I can live off of my dad's money easily. No, that's not what I want to do. I want him to keep his money. I want him to stop giving me money. I want to get a job. I'm looking for a job right now, and I can't find one. I am determined to find one. And as soon as I get into college, I plan to find a job the instant I get into college. The instant I get into college, it's going to be, fuck it, job search. That's my main focus. The job search, it'll be any job I can find. The second I turn 18, I plan on working at a gas station that is right down there. Gas station that is right down there, and if I can, say, work at this gas station at 16 or whatever, I'll work the gas station as long as possible. Basically, I'm going to try and rake in as much cash as I can to start paying off my years at college. I plan to become a master auto mechanic, a master. Here's what I plan to get my masteries in: auto mechanics, creative writing, and art. Those are the three areas I want to get my masters in. And the manga area, I realize that that's not going to be the best job for me. And still, I plan to go and have that be part of my job. I want that to be one of my jobs. but I'll have that be one of my secondary jobs to where I'm turning in one shots and getting paid for those one shots. And I realize the fact that it's not, how do I put this? Again, it's not the best idea to have two jobs at the same time, but I'm going to see how well that works. And if I can get that to work, I will be posting links under these videos where you can get my manga and so on and so forth. And that's really all I have to say. And the only thing I'll leave you off with is, if you get your girlfriend pregnant, take responsibility. Don't be a bitch and say, fuck it, I'm out. And personally, I say, how you live your life, if you make your girlfriend pregnant and you stay with her, you've just taken your first step into becoming a man. Adios.